There's Bellof. And R.Arnoux's pit signals, if he can read them in the murk, will tell him that it's the black nose of Tyrrell number 4 that he's got to watch for in his mirrors. There is Lauda, there is Arnoux, there is Bellof in 3rd, 4th and 5th positions, very, very close indeed. So the drama and the excitement redoubled here, and despite the conditions, the hardy spectators, if they're still able to focus through the rain, are having a wonderful race to watch. Here's the Lowe's hairpin once more. There is the Williams of Lafitte, about to be lapped by Lauda, Arnoux and Bellof. They're all now in one picture together, and Bellof is closing all the time. On with the opposite lock a little bit, into the dry of the tunnel, and De Angelis has set the fastest lap, 64 miles an hour average. De Angelis, you'll remember, was completely held up, actually had to engage reverse gear on the first lap with that Sainte-Devote accident when his way was blocked by the Renaults, and he is now up into 7th position and closing on the championship points holders. Now, the Williams of Lafitte has Lauda very close. Is Lafitte going to keep out of the way? Lauda looking for a way by. He finds it at Rascasse. Niki Lauda is through. Arnoux isn't. And Bellof is right up with R.Arnoux now. R.Arnoux had to yield to the charging Tolman of Ayrton Senna earlier, and now he's got another of these young whippersnappers close up to his exhaust pipes. It's Stefan Bellof, and Arnoux is looking for a way past the Williams himself, and Bellof tries to go between the two of them. There's no stopping this German, but he has to hold back for a moment. Arnoux is past the Williams. Bellof laps Lafitte as well as they go up the hill, and still Bellof has his sights on the Ferrari. Lauda into the Casino Square. There's Senna's fastest lap, so he's got even quicker. Oh, and Lauda is off. Lauda spins harmlessly to the outside of Casino Square, comes to a complete halt, and in fact is rolling backwards onto the pavement. Now, was that just a harmless spin? No, it wasn't, because Niki Lauda's getting out of the car. We don't know what caused the spin, but whatever it was, Niki Lauda has decided he's had enough. So on lap 24, the 3rd-placed McLaren is out of the race. Alain Prost still leads the race. The storming Ayrton Senna, who's just posted fastest lap, is still catching Alain Prost, in fact catching him very fast at something like 3.5 seconds a lap by our unofficial hand timing. R.Arnoux is therefore promoted into 3rd place. In 4th place, we've now got Stefan Bellof. 5th now will be Keke Rosberg, and up into 6th place is the Elio De Angelis Lotus. We're seeing the spin again in slow motion. Lauda goes neatly pirouetting backwards and parks his car in front of the Hotel de Paris, one of the most expensive hotels in the world, but Niki Lauda doesn't stop to look into the expensive windows. He just walks disconsolately back to the pits, and Niki Lauda's race is run, and there's still a McLaren out in front. But here is the charging Stefan Bellof, and now it's 3rd place that they're fighting over. R.Arnoux has inherited 3rd place from Niki Lauda. Stefan Bellof could not be closer in 4th place. Out from the swimming pool, down towards Rascasse, on the brakes, down into 2nd gear. Then 1st gear for the tight hairpin. Bellof sitting in the spray of the Ferrari. Up to the gasworks hairpin. Over the very bumpy section there, across the camber, hard on the power to start their 25th lap. The Ferrari, with a lot more power than the Tyrrell, pulls away briefly, but now they slow for Sainte-Devote, and the Tyrrell is right up with R.Arnoux again. Now, where's he going to find a place to go by? Up the hill, he has a little look, but this is where it's so slippery. There's a blue flag, but R.Arnoux doesn't want to know about that. Over the bumps, into the Casino Square. This is where Niki Lauda has just come to grief a lap since. And a twitch there from the Arnoux Ferrari. Bellof tucked in beside, down the hill past the tip-top. Bellof isn't close enough now to have a look at the inside for Mirabeau. He stays behind, out of Mirabeau, but he's very close now down to the Lowe's hairpin. Bottom gear, just walking pace almost, briefly. The little twitch from the back end of the Tyrrell once again as Bellof tramps his right foot on the throttle. out of Portière. The brief pause in the spray as they go into the tunnel, where there's definitely a dry line now, close to that apex, back onto the streaming wet road at 160 miles an hour, slowing for the chicane. Out of the chicane, this is where the spray is at its worst, because on the waterfront, by to back, it's still very, very wet indeed. In fact, it's raining harder than ever, past the swimming pool, over those difficult white lines. We've heard word from Nigel Mansell, who's walked back to the pits, that he says that it was on the white lines painted on the road that he lost control of his car. In fact, we gather one of the Bugattis spilt some oil there in the historic race that we had this morning. That might have been a factor. Not even Nigel Mansell will ever really know what caused that accident. There's Riccardo Patrese out of his car at last. Patrese, who'd been running at the back of the field, he was 10th, so that means we've only got 9 cars still running now. Still Alain Prost the leader. Still Ayrton Senna in second place. Still this wonderful battle for third place, and going up the hill, the Tyrrell makes a real charge. But has it got the power? No, R.Arnoux just won't let S.Bellof get close enough for that. So once again, the Tyrrell has to hang back, but now he tries on the inside at Massenet. S.Bellof driving the race of his life, and he's absolutely unawed by the fact that he's battling with one of the hardest drivers in the world. As they go down the hill, he's trying on the inside. He is trying on the inside. R.Arnoux tries to shut the door, but Bellof is through. S.Bellof has gone through, despite the efforts of R.Arnoux to shut the door, as they came down the hill past the tip-top bar and into Mirabeau. And as they go away from those, down to Portière and onto the front, a big slide there from S.Bellof, but he's got it all under control. He's got third place in the Monaco Grand Prix, and the Ferrari of R.Arnoux is demoted to fourth. On to the waterfront. Now, Bellof seems at once to be getting away, and we've been looking at our hand timing here, and we think that now Ayrton Senna in second place is catching the leader Alain Prost at something like 4 seconds a lap, and we think that S.Bellof is catching the leader by 4.5 seconds a lap, which means he's going even quicker than second man Senna. We see once again Bellof taking third place. He gets on the inside coming down the hill. R.Arnoux tries to move across on him, but Bellof is there, not to be denied, and R.Arnoux has to concede third place to the Tyrrell. Here now is the leader. He's still there. Alain Prost in front, the man who started from pole position, but he is definitely going more slowly. And all the time his lap signals, his pit signals will be telling him that the white tollman with the little Brazilian with the yellow helmet in the cockpit is getting closer all the time. Behind fourth man R.Arnoux, we've still got the Williams of Keke Rosberg in fifth place. Elio De Angelis now sixth. After that delay, he's come through well in the sole surviving Lotus. Michele Alboreto still going after his early spin. He's seventh, a lap behind the leaders. Piercarlo Ghinzani in the Azella Alfa Romeo still going also. He's eighth. And Jacques Lafitte now at the tail of the field in ninth place. Here is leader Alain Prost tiptoeing his way past the swimming pool. Empty road behind him, apart from the lapped Ferrari of Alboreto, but nevertheless, there you just very briefly saw a glimpse of the white tollman. Oh, a twitch there out of Rascasse for Alain Prost, so he is still trying, and his pit signals once again will be telling him as Niki Lauda walks home to talk to Ron Dennis, the McLaren team boss. The pit signals from Ron Dennis will be telling Alain Prost that he's got to keep the pressure on. There's Niki Lauda, in fact, looking at Patrick Tombé's car to see what happened there, having a quick look in the cockpit. Prost on his way up the hill over that bump with the white paint in the road that caught Nigel Mansell out some laps ago, but Alain Prost still looking very smooth, keeping a very tidy line through these puddles, through the Casino Square, out of the Casino Square, over that bump, a little slither there. So not quite as smooth and as tidy as perhaps Alain Prost would like. Alain Prost, that most professional of drivers. There indeed is the Ayrton Senna tollman, and there is the third man, S.Bellof. So Bellof driving as hard as he knows how. Bellof is catching the tollman, but not as quick as the tollman is catching the leading McLaren.